Welcome to Mindful Awakening. Today, we're going to explore some loving kindness for ourselves and for others. And we're going to do that together. By doing that together, I feel like it becomes even more powerful. And so whether you're doing this live or doing it later on, know that you are part of a community and part of a group of people who care about practicing something like loving kindness, people who value looking within. We're doing that together. And the truth is, we're all doing it together, whether we do this meditation or not. Ultimately, we have no choice. We really, truly are all in this together. This human thing, this reality thing, this absolute thing. We're all in it together. So I want to just mention a few things about loving kindness. We're going to do it in a somewhat traditional way in today's practice. So I just want to mention a few things that sometimes come up for people. One thing that can come up is you might not resonate with the phrases that I offer. And if that's the case, if you don't resonate with the phrases I offer, please, by all means, switch to something that does resonate for you. So don't feel as though you need to follow along exactly. The idea here is that we are generating a sense of loving kindness within ourselves and then possibly sending it out in different directions. And so generating that sense of loving kindness within yourself might look different for you than the way that I'm guiding it. So trust yourself, be your own best teacher. Another thing that can come up for folks doing loving kindness, focus on positive metta practices, is that you can start to notice all the negative things. You can start to notice the ways in which you don't feel loving kindness, the ways that things are not positive. You can start to feel, less willing to send love and kindness to yourself or others. And this is really common. And it doesn't mean you're doing it wrong. It probably means that you're doing it right. Probably means you're tapping into some part of yourself that perhaps needs that loving kindness a lot. The part of you that maybe feels afraid or resistant to positivity or love or kindness. It's also just, something that happens where we're like, focus on this. And then some part of our mind is like, nope, we're focusing on this instead. And that can happen. Another thing that can happen is emotion can come up when we're working with loving kindness. We can feel sad, we can feel frustrated, we can even feel angry. So whatever arises during this practice is okay. If you're feeling feelings that don't necessarily fit in the category of like positivity, that's completely all right. And it's normal. And rather than trying to shut those feelings down or get rid of the parts of us that feel not congruent with a loving kindness meditation, instead, let's give them a kind welcome. Let's give those parts of self some space to just be. Let's offer some compassion and some understanding to those parts of ourselves, rather than making it wrong, rather than using it as proof that we're no good at this meditation thing. I think that's it. I think that covers basically some of the common things that come up. So obviously anything could come up. You are a unique creature. And something also that could happen is you could feel really good. I've been talking about the ways that, you might feel resistance or you might have challenging emotions arise, but you also might feel really good. You might feel filled with love and filled with kindness. That's also normal and common. So the point here is like, whatever you're feeling, that's what you're feeling, and it's okay. And for the purposes of this exercise, we're just going to keep coming back to the practice unless the practice is not serving you at this time. There's also going to be a lot of options. There's going to be the option to just send loving kindness to yourself, to send loving kindness to a variety of other people, to send loving kindness to everything, everywhere. We're going to go through these steps. And if at any time you're like, hey, I want to hang out here, I want to just keep sending love to myself, or I want to just keep sending love to this good friend of mine, great, stick with that. You don't have to cover every category we're going into. And you may feel like, oh, you know what? I just want to stick with resource today. I just want to keep coming back to something in my body that feels good, something in my body that feels peaceful, something in my body that even just feels neutral. That is always an option. And that's also an option if you're noticing a lot of emotion come up as you're doing the practice and you're feeling maybe a little overwhelmed. Great, go to resource. Allow yourself to really drop in there before coming back to the practice. Okay, so lots and lots of options. Lots and lots of options. So, as always, we want to find a posture that feels supportive, that works for our bodies. So you might be sitting on the floor on a meditation cushion or meditation bench. You might be lying down in bed on your back or on a yoga mat. You might be in a chair, sitting at the front of the chair, or in a chair sitting towards the back, the way that I am, with a pillow behind me supporting me. So find what's right for you. Find what feels most supportive for your body today. And especially for this practice, we want to find a way to feel a sense of ease in the body as much as possible. And so if normally you sit one way and it works for you, but it doesn't necessarily facilitate ease, you might want to shift into a position that really facilitates a sense of ease and well-being in the body, to whatever degree that's available. That's different for different people. So starting to settle into whatever posture is right for you today. And maybe closing your eyes, or maybe you leave them open. That's entirely up to you. And maybe taking a few deeper breaths. Making any subtle shifts to your posture that you need to. And let's start by going to resource. So finding something perhaps in the body that feels relaxed, pleasurable, peaceful, grounded, maybe even just neutral. Resting your attention there. And if you can't find a place like this in the body, you could also find it in sound or in sight, or even in the mind, creating words or images that give you a sense of resource. But for now, if possible, find it in your body. And if it's not possible, then find it elsewhere. And one is not better than the other. I just like to embody our loving kindness practice as much as possible. Good. So now we'll begin by offering loving kindness to ourselves. And for some of us, this is actually the most challenging. And so be really kind and easy and gentle with yourself if this is challenging for you. We're just going to offer these phrases to ourselves or other phrases if there's something that resonates more for you. And my suggestion is that you also feel these phrases. So we're going to think them in the mind or even say them out loud. But then also notice the feeling of the loving kindness, maybe in the heart, maybe in other places in the body. So the phrases are, may I be safe, may I be happy, may I be healthy, may I live with ease. So those are the phrases I'm going to offer you. And we'll just repeat them again and again. I'll offer them a few times and then you'll continue on your own, offering those words of loving kindness to yourself. That's where we begin. May I be safe. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I live with ease. May I be safe. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I live with ease. May I be safe. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I live with ease. So continuing on that way on your own, and continuing to send this loving kindness to yourself. Good. Now thinking of someone who it's really easy to love, someone with whom you have no complications, no issues at all, no conflict, or someone who conflict just isn't even an issue if it arises. The love is just so easy to connect to. And oftentimes this might be a child or a pet. That can sometimes be an easy way to connect to this kind of love, this completely non-problematic love, non-complicated love. So think of someone for whom you can start to generate that sort of love for. We'll bring them to mind and start to offer those phrases to this person or this being. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you live with ease. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you live with ease. Keep bringing this being up. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you live with ease. And continuing on this way on your own, sending loving kindness, and perhaps at the same time feeling that loving kindness in your body, and allowing that to also radiate from you to this other person or being. And if you get pulled away, coming back to this being that's really easy to love, and sending the loving kindness phrases. I think my little being knows that I'm sending him loving kindness. I'm sending it to my little dog, and he's on my lap and he's getting all cuddly and rubbing up against me. Can't see it in the video, but it's pretty cute. Okay. So next, let's bring to mind someone who has helped you, who has supported you in your life. Maybe a teacher, a mentor, a doctor, a therapist or coach, a family member, a benefactor of some sort. Someone who's really helped you, really supported you in your life in one way or another. It could also be someone you don't know. You know, it could be a historical figure that you're really inspired by, feel supported by. could even be a fictional character if you really felt supported by that character in some way. So bringing to mind who this person might be, bringing them to mind, and starting to send the loving kindness phrases to them. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you live with ease. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you live with ease. Continuing on that way on your own, sending this person who's supported you loving kindness and allowing it to also come from your heart, come from your body. An embodied loving kindness going towards this person who supported you. Okay, so now we're going to send this loving kindness to a neutral person. So that could be someone that you don't really know that well. Maybe someone you work with, but you don't work directly with. Maybe a person who bags your groceries, or a neighbor who you've never really had much of a conversation with. Someone who you would recognize, but you don't know well, and whom you don't have any feelings about, strong feelings about one way or the other. So it's not a neighbor that you really like or really don't like. It would just be a neighbor. It wouldn't be the person that bags your groceries like the best ever or the worst ever. It would just, be someone who you have neutral feelings about. So bringing this person to mind. And beginning to send the loving kindness phrases to this neutral person as you also send it from your heart, from your body. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you live with ease. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you live with ease. And continuing on that way. Good. Now we're going to move on to a challenging person. So this is someone that maybe you have some conflict with. And if this is a practice that you're very familiar with, if you do this a lot, then feel free to choose whoever you like. But if this practice is new to you, or if you're feeling especially tender today, then I want to suggest that you choose someone who is challenging, but not the most challenging. So someone who perhaps you have a small amount of conflict with, not the person who like devastated you or something along these lines. So choose someone who's not too activating for your system if this practice is new to you. And remember that at any time you can go back to any of the other categories we've been working with, as well as you can go back to resource anytime. So if this part starts to feel not in alignment for you today, then don't do it. Or if you already know it's not in alignment for today, then skip it and work with one of the other categories. But if you'd like to move forward with this, we'll bring this challenging person to mind. And maybe just start by noticing what happens in your body when you bring this challenging person to mind. Do you notice the jaw tighten perhaps? Do you notice your heart kind of harden or contraction in the chest or any other part of the body? So just start by noticing. We're not going to push through anything. Noticing what's there, offering these reactions in the body some compassion, some kindness, some love, some space to be just what they are. And then if it feels doable, we'll come to the phrases and we'll work to generate some loving kindness in the body without forcing anything to go away or change. So again, bringing this challenging person to mind, and we'll start to send the phrases. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you live with ease. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you live with ease. So we'll continue on sending loving kindness to this challenging person, pausing to attend to the body anytime you need to, going to resource, going back to one of the other categories, or just pausing and giving yourself a little space and a little compassion, and then coming back to the phrases. Okay, good. Now we're going to let that go. Really letting that one go. And we're going to start to extend this loving kindness out to everyone, everywhere. Perhaps every living being, everywhere, every time. So you can get as expansive as you want with this. And you might take a moment, as we were working with the challenging person, you might take a moment to connect to your heart, maybe even placing a hand on your heart. Connecting to that love that is inside of you, that is inside of all of us. Connecting to the goodness and the kindness inside of yourself. And maybe even bringing to mind a few people that you really, really love. Maybe bringing to mind a child or a pet or a family member or a friend or a partner, someone who you are just bursting with love for. And starting there to just start to once again generate that sense of loving kindness. If perhaps it dimmed a bit while working with a challenging person, that can happen. When it feels like you're really filled up and ready to start to share it with every living being everywhere, you can begin again with the phrases. And in this case, you're included. You are one of the living beings. And so we will say, may we be safe. May we be happy. May we be healthy. May we live with ease. May we be safe. May we be happy. May we be healthy. May we live with ease. And continue this way, sending these loving phrases out as wide and far as you like, maybe even into different dimensions, as far as you want, as far as you can, including animals and plants and anything you could possibly imagine. Everyone, everywhere, including you, part of this whole. May we be safe. May we be happy. May we be healthy. May we live with ease. Taking a nice deep breath. Letting it go with a sigh, maybe. 2 more just like that. Inhale. And as you're ready, if your eyes are closed, you can go ahead and blink them open. Maybe bring a little bit of movement into the body, a little stretch, gentle turn of the head, wiggle of the fingers and toes, whatever feels good. Maybe orienting to your space if your eyes have been closed, taking in the environment. Here you are, right here, right now. Thank you so much for practicing with me.